What's up, DK Fitness family? You know who it is. It's Dan Kruger. I'm in my kitchen tonight bringing you a cooking video. And a few of you may remember that a few weeks ago Liz made a cooking video too. Tonight she's at a work event, so I'm also going to take it upon myself and make some pumpkin bars. Alright, so I'm going to start by giving you guys a little preview of what we're actually using here. Here in the blender I have a bunch of ground up oats. So we're going to be using oat flour. Now you don't need to go to the store and actually buy oat flour, you can just grind up your oatmeal. So we got 2 cups in there. We're going to be using sea salt, because everything needs a little bit of salt. Vanilla extract, applesauce, because when Liz made hers I said she needed applesauce, so let's do it. Cinnamon, obviously, because these are pumpkin bars. And for the protein we're using Dymatize Elite XT. This stuff is awesome. It fluffs up like a batter when you're making things, so highly recommended for when you're cooking or when you're trying to make protein concoctions. Obviously we're going to be using pumpkin right here. There's our sweetener. Now we're using a half a cup this time. If you remember correctly, Liz used a whole cup, and I'm going to use a half cup. See how that goes. And then we're using silk almond milk. We're going to throw it in this dish here, sprayed with 0-calorie spray, and cook it at 350 for about 30 minutes. We got our applesauce, 4 ounces. We got our half cup of sweetener going in. On top of that, we're going to throw our pumpkin, 15 ounces. Get just the regular pumpkin. All the other stuff that's meant for pies is loaded with sugar, so just get the plain old pumpkin. We're gonna make it nice and sweet with a 0-calorie sweetener. We're using Stevia, so there's really no need to get all those calories from real sugar when it tastes just as good without it. Next, we're doing about 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Super accurate measurement right there. That's how we do it. Next, we're throwing in pink Himalayan sea salt. Now we're going for a couple teaspoons, so I do a couple grinds of that. That's gonna balance out the sweetness really well. Next we got baking soda and baking powder. Now we gotta be a little bit more careful with these measurements. That doesn't mean I actually have a teaspoon to measure this with, but we're gonna be a little bit more careful because this can actually mess up your recipe if you don't get it quite right. As you can see, my cooking skills, or my baking skills, are about on par with Liz. We start out with good intentions and then we just kind of see what happens. Next up, 4 eggs. Egg whites, I should say. You obviously can use the cartoned egg whites if you like, but I'm going old school, so we're doing it this way. Next up, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract. This is the imitation stuff. I've noticed it's not quite as flavorful as the real stuff, so if you can, get the real stuff, don't get the imitation. So to balance out the fact that I feel like this is kind of weak, we're going to use a little bit more. Boom. Next, we've got our oat flour that we made ourselves. We took 2 cups of oatmeal and ground it up in a blender. We got our Dymatize Elite XT fluffy vanilla protein. 2 scoops. Last but not least, half a cup of almond milk. All right, let's mix this bad boy up, see what happens. So, I just stirred that up, and I want to add a ton more protein powder. I'm sorry. I'm a bro, I gotta do it. So the camera overheated, and while I was waiting for it to cool off, I went ahead and added nutmeg and more cinnamon, just because I can't be left alone in the kitchen without tinkering with things. So I did that, we're ready to throw it in the pan and cook it. Bake it. Obviously I'm cooking eggs at the same time because I gotta have something to eat while we bake this. So oven is preheated to 350. I'm guessing this will take about 30 minutes or so. So get that in there centered, and so we're gonna let that cook for 30 minutes. I'll check back in when it's done. And I'm gonna try really hard to wait until Liz gets home to eat these, but I might cheat and eat some now. We'll see. Macros are on the screen. Try them out. Let me know how you like them. So for the record, they're still cooking, but the batter is delicious, so I think we're off to a good start. Seriously, this is really good.